Okay, let's look at this next example. Let's first check to see if it's factorable. See if we can bypass the quadratic formula altogether. So let's go ahead and make our x. Remember the top is a times our c. So our a times our c. So 6 goes on the top. Basement, b goes on the bottom. Can you think of anything that multiplies to make 6 and adds to make 12? Nothing. We can't think of anything. So our best bet to solve this equation is to use the quadratic formula. So we're going to use the quadratic formula with 3x squared plus 12x plus 2 equals 0. Let's first name our a, b, and c, so we plug the right stuff in. Our a is 3, our b is 12, and our c is 2. So let's plug that into our formula. Negative b negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac, so 4 times 3 times 2, all over 2a. Okay, now let's clean this up and figure out what the radical is. So literally plug in your calculator with the parentheses. Do not put the square root in there. 12 squared in parentheses minus 4 times 3 times 2. Enter. We end up with 120. Now let's come over here and simplify the 120. So what perfect squares go into 120? Well, 4 and 30. What's the 4 going to turn into? It's going to turn into a 2 square root of 30. Now, let's look at this number, and this number. Ignore the number underneath the radical. Can we reduce that all by the same number? We can reduce that by 2. Please do not touch the 30. Do not touch the 30. So how many times does 2 go into 12? 6 times. Plus or minus 1 square root of 30 all over. How many times does 2 go into 6? 3 times. So there is our final answer.